Hello and welcome to another live stream. Good evening. How are you doing? You kinda missed one little bit, Carrie. You're not 100% accurate. No. No. Who's this guy? Yeah, no idea. I don't know who I am. Who are we? Who are we all? What is the point of living? What is the thing inside my mind that defines my consciousness? How does it all work? I don't know. Do you? Thank you for the 25 months, Max. Hey ho, welcome. Marcel, this is going too deep for a Sunday evening. Nothing is too deep for a Sunday evening. Not even your mom. Oh, thank you for the sub, Scrappo. Obey our commands. I will in a minute. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. You know, Carrie, you pretty much accurately paraphrased how I start my live streams. I always find it a little bit awkward to start the live streams, because I sort of started like a video, but it's not, it's a live stream. And by the time we're at this point, which we are now, everything's fine. But the first like 30 seconds I always find a little bit awkward. And thank you for the 5 gifted subs line. I do appreciate that. Yeah, that was a very quick added quote. It's a video just with no editing. I mean, yeah, I uploaded to my to my VODs channel, which is true. That case, it's especially a video. It's just a Marcel video with only a single take, and no do-overs and some interaction with the public. It's nice to catch a live stream one time. Well, welcome, Tourette's Guy 102. 102. Where did I get the one from? Suggestion, drown the first guest. I might do that. Yeah, I will do that, because it's your command. Not only that, it's just a channel point reward, which are your commands anyway. Hello, Marcel. Now that we are only 6... Wait, what? I want to personally thank you for reminding all of my childhood memories with your RST2 videos. You warmed up my days. I'm happy to provide. I get a lot of messages like that. People saying good memories, nostalgia. Just get happy watching your videos. It's always fun to hear. And obviously, I hear it pretty often, so I've become a little bit numb to it, if I'm honest. But it's still heartwarming. My boyfriend wants me to ask you what the meaning of life is. The meaning of life is to enjoy it, and to be kind, and to be nice. Yeah, I know, the 42, it's a meme, blah blah blah, all fun and games, but that's a bit overdone, Thank you for the follow, a total clown. Sometimes I see on some social media platforms people saying, I can't be bothered to be nice to people, so I'm just going to be, not nice, because that's easier. And it's difficult to be nice. Like, why is it difficult to be nice? It shouldn't be. Like, that should be the standard. I don't get it. I was at the store a few days ago, the grocery store, and also a woman before me who had a lot of groceries, so was still packing them in while I was paying. And she had to reach in front of me. He just said, sorry for invading your space, or something like that. And, like, I just said, no worries, because it was no worries. Like, that's not a big deal. Are there people that are like, towards that or something? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't see it either. I don't see a lot of people being nasty to each other in public, so I don't know. Maybe if you look for it, you'll find it, but I don't. Anyway, let's get started. What shall we do? Which park shall we use? We shall go with the Standard, build your own Six Flags park. My boyfriend wants to know if you like Rottweilers. I don't even know what a Rottweiler is. I mean, a dog, but I don't really know what kind of dog. Okay, we're gonna start with some music in the form of a merry-go-round. And I'll do that. Did you see my channel point reward? Yes. I did, but I haven't been able to do it yet, of course. This large black dog. Hang on, let me quickly Google for Rottweiler. I mean, I don't have really much experience with those kind of dogs, but it's not the most beautiful dog. Breed of dog in my eyes. Although there is a puppy picture here, which is very cute. Also, I want to preface this by, obviously I can only do a small portion of your requests. Because I might get a request every few minutes, and it takes more than a few minutes to build one. Now, we're not getting any guests, because the entrance is 40 bucks. Also, I just had a sip of water, as per the channel command. Which you should do too. Okay, we're gonna make a load of money, so I'm gonna cheat a bit. Let's see, I wanna go there, and then we're gonna do this. Object selection. No, not object selection. Scenario options. And we're gonna do paper ride. That one. And we should have the price manager turned on. There we go. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits, Paleo Philosopher. Name the park. What do you want to name the park? Hang on, when did that happen? A lot just happened. Cursed Land. Well, we are gonna do, you know, there's no limit. Cheats are available. Okay, who's guest 1? There we go. Bye-bye. You will die. Okay. That's that thing taken care of. Now, Max wanted a tiny, huge coaster. Oh, hang on. Object selection. Non-selected only. Need to... Oh, I'll just get the auto-clicker engaged. That's a lot quicker. Tick, 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 tick. Did it. And onto the other screen it goes. Now there will be a massive lag spike when we soon click back. Let's see, do we have any terrains and stuff that I can still select? Ooh, yes. Lots of stuff. Why are these not selected? Same with these. I want everything. Acid style. Oh yeah, I saw there were new styles. We're gonna check them out. Okay, this is... I wonder how long this will take. Because it's now gonna load in everything. So don't worry, the stream hasn't frozen. You know, there's still music, there's still me talking. Oh, there we go. That was a little bit... Hypercoaster, but made of mini sus to make it cursed. It was a tiny, huge coaster, not a huge, tiny coaster. I mean, a tiny, huge coaster. What's the biggest, bulkiest coaster type in the game? I asked for both. Oh, I thought you meant a tiny, huge coaster. Like some kind of paradoxical thing. I mean, a tiny coaster is very easy. Oh, a tiny huge and a huge tiny. Well, a tiny huge. What's the biggest and bulkiest coaster type? That is probably this one. Especially with the thing. So, we'll place that here. Need a little bit more space. There's a tiny huge coaster. I wonder if that crashes. No, it doesn't. And then we gotta do the huge tiny coaster. Well, actually you only got one, but whatever. Oh yeah, hang on. Let's turn this off. And then... Ooh. Gnarly. What else is new? That's pretty good. There was another one though. Oh. Okay, this sounds quite a bit like Dodgem style too. I'm gonna do the Dodgem style too. Actually, no, that's really loud. Like, that's way too loud. It's just too rock style. Okay, name the ride of your choice. What ride? What name? Well, we got two rides at the moment. Well, a huge tiny coaster. Obviously, that's gotta be a mini sus. And... Wait, support limits, what are those? Oh, I don't got the money. What do you mean? Oh, land not owned by park. Hang on, how freaking tall is that? Hang on, the height limit isn't removed, is it? No, we were almost there anyway. And down we go. Brakes? What are those? It's not going to be going that fast. I mean, it's still deadly fast, but not that fast. Because it's a tiny car. Although actually... we could do these. Yeah, let's do these with 3 cars a train. Okay, and we're going to go... dip, dip. Okay, slightly faster. Here we go. This is already too fast for the turn. 69. Nice. And the top speed it will reach is 141. Okay, obviously we need to do that, otherwise no one will go on it. Okay, that will sort itself out. And then guess we'll go on it. Let's fast forward it a little bit. So we need some handyman. Just a few. Is it me or is this faster than it used to be? Fire all my stuff. But I have 700 people will be without food. Alright, there we go again. And we're almost done. You are cruel. Also, we need ducks. Yeah. Look at... Nice. Okay, let's see the top speed of that one. Oh, car 3. What's your top speed? It was 141, now it is 152. I think it might have gone to 153 for like a frame. I think I saw it change for like a frame, but I'm not sure. Let's see how fast this one's going. If the guests are different weights, then there'll be slightly different top speeds. 152. That was the previous one as well. Let's see. This one. 152. Yeah, that seems to be the max. Say something in a girl voice. I mean, I can't do a female voice except the stereotypical high-pitched one. Hello! You know, something like that. That's more Mickey Mouse. Well, he's probably voiced by a woman anyway. I pinned the reply to name a coaster redeem so it doesn't get lost. Oh yeah, thank you. Freefall coaster gets named after the Great Emu War. So I'll just name it Great Emu War then. Thank you. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, because it's a koala. Did you know that most koalas have chlamydia? Like, but seriously, what is otherwise a female voice? I'm not a voice actor, so I couldn't probably do it anyway. Female voices, of course, are generally higher than male voices. But even if I did a high voice, like not falsetto, but just a regular, slightly higher voice, you might still be able to discern that I am a man. Yeah, it's slightly extreme, this one. Yeah, you don't speak in falsetto, but that was my point. I can do the stereotypical one, but that's not actually accurate. Okay. These guys need a toilet built one and make it very hard to reach. I got a good idea. I got a good idea for that. You might already see where I'm going with this. And, you know, the neat thing is that... I'm doing this completely wrong. But the neat thing is that even though this is going to be, you know, it's solved. The problem with the left indented mazes was supposedly solved. But it's still, like, guests are still not good at finding the exit here. It will still take them on average quite a while. Not as long, but still a while. Also, the reason I'm doing this and not building, you know, the typical thing which I do where I build a path 20 kilometers up into the sky is because that takes up a lot of visual space. I don't want that. Okay, now, obviously the easy thing to do is just yabba-dip, yabba-doo, and then toilet. How about the original RCT1 toilet? There we go. Have fun solving the maze, you bitches. Okay, we're gonna let in loads of people. There we go. Now if we fast forward a little bit. They can find the exit, but you still see them somewhat congregating around the start. They're not great at it. This too is not the default price, by the way. That's just whatever the maximum is. Solve a maze to go to the toilet. Yeah, it's not impossible. Let's see. Okay, they can still do it fairly quickly, but this is with 200 people allowed on the maze. And we have about 6 times that per hour, which means that on average they take 10 minutes to solve the maze. Because we have 6 full maze loads per hour. That's how that math works, right? That's still a decently long time, I'd say. Okay, we have no drink stalls. So let's build some drink stalls. Starfruit drink. That one, that one. That one. Soybean, No, we already have you. Sujongkwa. Wonton soup. I hope that's enough different drink stalls. No food now. We don't need food. Oh, I can hire staff again. And I need staff as well. Or, well, I actually don't. Because we have cheats, baby. I'm actually going to disable that. No. We're going to disable vandalism. But littering is allowed. Isn't wonton soup food? I mean, it's soup. It's gonna make you pee. Because it's soup. Well, maybe it doesn't. But I suppose they just, you know, they merged pee and poo into one. They just made a toilet, and I presume both foods and drinks make guests need to go to the toilet. Okay, I think that might be enough. We don't need as many mechanics, just 200. We do need a few entertainers, though. Like a cloaca. No, I didn't mean combine the guests. I meant combine the needs into one toilet need. Why is this one suddenly lagging so much? What if I... Is it fast now? No, it's still not fast. Well, 1200 it is then. Drown Handyman 69. Oh, hey, ducks. I forgot about the ducks. There's ducks everywhere. That's amazing. Wow. Imagine if he'd grabbed the ducks to hang on to them. This is amazing. As far as I know, no, staff do not contribute to overcrowding, I believe. I can't say with 100% certainty, but I can say with 90% certainty. Thank you for the sub. Viva la Gonda. What are we doing? Yeah, chaos pretty much. Ooh, they're paying 21 bucks to get killed on this, or at least get a hernia. Which is pretty neat. We have 305 guests. You know what we need? We need constant advertising. Yeah, you know what? I'll advertise for them to go on Maze 1. And we'll just do that. Suggestion, make a big elevator, but the upper exit has no path and is above water. Ooh, I'll try an interesting thing. Hang on. So we do sandbox mode. And then we're gonna do that. Doesn't need to be that big, but the 3x3 looks a little bit nicer than the 1x1. Also, the park edge is on the wrong, the park fence is on the wrong edge, but whatever. And then we'll do this. Oh, I do need to build a station here. Can the elevator be salmon pink? No, it cannot be. And we'll see what happens here. Put the footstalls on an island. I can do that. And all the ducks are elevating. Ooh, we have lots of cool paths to choose from. How about this one? To give the guests a little bit of a headache while they're walking here. And yeah, and this is fine. We'll go like that. Wait, too low. Hand raise or lower land. This is a very low lake. Oh, sod off, you bastard. Your mom. Does the problem go away if I just say your mom? Oh, that's a little bit far. And ding, 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 ding. And soon the staff members will invade Foot Island as well. Okay, we have a lot of foot stalls to put here. Those. Well, let's start with the top row actually. And then the second row. And then a third row. And then we can go back to the fourth row. We already have 20 different foot stalls. And yeah, this is toffee apple, but I'm going to stop here because this looks nice. Top row is twice. Is it now? I am such a genius. I'm so damn good at this. I didn't even notice. I probably would have noticed eventually. But yeah, thank you. Oh, there we go. There's the first guest. I suppose he's hungry. Yeah, professional roller coaster tycoon player, right? Oh, hey, there we go. They're dying. Hello, welcome to your death. Yeah, they're drowning outside the park. Because I didn't actually know if that would happen. I didn't know if they would actually die. Or drown, or because... I thought they would, but I didn't actually know. And yeah, this is kind of killing our park rating. I don't really understand why, because, you know, good riddance and all that. Death maze. Oh, we can build a death maze. It's a good thing we have advertising, because otherwise we wouldn't get a lot of guests. This park has committed no murders. Well, I have committed a few within the borders of the park. Put some fire around it. Oh, where's my mechanical style? Is it under question? Did the mechanical stuff get question marked? No, it didn't. It must be here, but I don't see it. Do you guys see it? Mechanical theme? Probably in the inventions list. Oh, good point. Yep. That, no. Professional RCT player here. Did that mean we also got extra stalls? Yes, we did. We got an entire 5th row of stuff. Well, more than that even. We also got a coffee stall, for example, which you didn't have yet. Well, we don't have cash. Well, screw you. Hang on, how are we suddenly 19,000? Oh, of course, because I needed to pay staff wages. Yeah, that's quite... Ooh, damn, this is a massive... And we'll go with pink, because pink is fabulous! And every Roller Coaster Tycoon player is fabulous. You know, if anyone ever shames you for watching a live streamer play a video game, just know that you are enjoying your evening. And they are being pissed about that. So who's the real loser here? 3 people have used the toilet. You could also just send your money counter to a specific value. Yeah, I could go to like a lot of money. If we do this. Like the old maximum was 214 million, but it's slightly higher now. You can probably go to 2 to the 64. Okay, there's a billion. And we are paying 181,000 a month in staff wages. Also, did I miss that Viva La Conda, your Prime sub? If I did, thank you. If I did not, thank you again. Build you 1114, please. That's not my most expensive coaster I have. That's not the most expensive coaster I have. The most expensive one is... my god. What was it called? Oh, there we go. It's this one. Brown water. Now, we're not going to do crazy watercolors. Problem with this one is it kind of doesn't fit. Yeah, it's slightly massive. This one is 1,234,556. No, 567. The most expensive one I can build is this one. Which is the longest 10x10 coaster. Well, not actually the longest anymore, because people already broke it, but the longest that I had in the video about it. Give it the CCQL. Lots of people would be waiting for that, but there's not really space for it. Unfortunately. So this is gonna have to do. I'm gonna build some path right there. Alrighty. This maze should be fully full, right? Yeah. No, it isn't actually. Weirdly enough. Why isn't it? Oh, we only have 500 guests. If I just spawn in a few more guests. Just the guests calmly falling to their death in the background. Give it a faster lift hill. That's not a bad idea. There we go. I love this calm foot island. It's still invaded by staff, by handymen and entertainers. It's a furry convention. There are probably more handymen than furry there, statistically. Because we have almost twice as many. Hey, thank you for the sub, Tourette's Guy 02. Can we get a bench guy? Ooh, we can. And I'm going to tease him. You know how? I'm going to build a wall. And I'm going to build a bit of brightly colored footpath. And then... and there we go. Ah, he can leave. Okay, I'll make it so that he can't leave. They can't leave if there's fences around it, right? Let's see if they can. Ah, damn it, they still can. Okay, well, that's not gonna work then. We'll put him on an island. Yeah, but I kind of wanted to tease him. You know what I can do? That. That works. Guest 9,003. It's over 9,000. Wait, where is he gone? How? 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 Make it 1 unit taller. Yeah, I think that would work. There we go. But I don't like this. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna make an island after all. Let's make it behind the middle. We can have bench. Oh, no. Also, I want the kind of lighter one. There we go. Ooh. Now that's a different kind of bench, isn't it? Bench guy. Also, I kind of want him to be in misery in his own vomit. So, yeah, ba-da-ba-doo. It's like COVID all over again. Drink some water, thank you. Guest 69 right next to the bench guy. Most likely 69. All those green faces. Most likely 69 isn't... Oh, they are. Alright. Ha, there's vomit there, which will never be cleaned up. Sweet. More dinos. Ooh, hang on. Is that enough? Also, I did have the sip of water, which you should all do. Okay, so how many dinos is this? Roughly. Let's see. How many is it wide? 16, right? 17, apparently. No, 16. It's 16 by 16. And how many tall? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that is 16 times 16 times 14, which is roughly 3,800? Something like that. Which is kind of disappointing. I thought it would be a lot more. 16 cubed is 4,096, I think. Oh, 3,584. Only... No, that can't be right. Hang on. 16 by 16 by 40. Only 3,584. Wait, hang on. But it should be... Oh, we're subtracting 256 twice. Not once. I'm stupid. Yeah, let's destroy these dinos. Because they're kind of an eyesore. I'll leave that one. Which is standing nice and proud. Can we have some dancing bikini ladies? Now that's a thing I like. You know, that's why I play Roller Coaster Tycoon. There's nothing sexier than a bunch of pixels in the rain, so all wet. Yeah, the problem is when I want to disable my auto clicker, I have to release control. I have to press control, and then that happens. Look at the wave. The wave going through there. I mean, this is basically the sexiest thing I can imagine. Right? You should agree with me. Even if you're not into women. Give me acid flashbacks. Suggestion, something at the speed of sound. Oh, we can do that. Okay, you know what? I'm kind of tired of those drowning notifications. So, no more notifications from guests dying. Okay, you know what? I'll leave a few. I'm gonna leave these 5. I mean, they're absolutely massive women. Their breasts are like the size of a head. I suppose some women in real life do have that. But still, they look in normal proportion on these women. Anyway, there's me analyzing some... yeah. Very mature. Your park rating is in the minus. Yeah, it probably is. Let's see, inspect park rating. It's minus 22. Hello, Marcel. I hope you're watching. Oh, I hope she's watching too. She would definitely appreciate this. Like, obviously, I'm not, you know, I don't make very raunchy jokes around my mom, but, you know, we're fine with edgy jokes. It's not like, it's not awkward. Because we're mother and son. A bit of edginess here and there, so it's absolutely fine. Okay, let's build a path. Let's go with that one. Casualty penalty. Well, there's a penalty which can get you in much deeper trouble. The lost guests penalty, which can get you up to like minus thousands. It can even get you so low that it underflows, which technically is still called overflowing, but you know, that it wraps around and goes back to high again. Maybe that's fixed now in open, but it works in classic. Z Lux did a video on it. We lost 3,000 guests in the last 5 minutes. Well, a lot more. We were 17,000. This graph only goes up to 5k. Glitch pirate ship. Yeah, we can do a glitched pirate ship. Those are always fun. Oh my god, we have a lot of variations of everything. You know what the fun thing is about glitched pirate ships and other glitchy rides, with, you know, by messing around with the operating modes and stuff? It's that you're not supposed to do it. So the OpenRCT devs aren't taking anything like that into account for it to stay the same when they're making changes, obviously. So therefore the behavior of those things changes somewhat regularly. Which makes it interesting. Because you can always get different things. Okay, I built the exit and enters on the other side so that we can properly see what's going on. And open. No, we can't change it while it's open. Try intense mode. Maybe you can finish a scenario with an integer overflow in the approval. Yeah, Zelux already did that. In Amity Airfield. Aha, well this is fairly standard. We've seen this before. Although maybe not the exact scenery items that are being rendered here, but in general we've seen this before. You know, it's funny, but it's nothing special. Let's try another one. I'll leave that one up. Why is this happening? Because it's trying to do something that it can't, and therefore it random memory addresses or something gets loaded. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's something like that. No, I can't open it yet. Let's see. What does circus mode do? Does it do anything? Yeah, basically poos itself. You know, I find pooing such a weird word. Pooping, fine, it's a normal word, but pooing. It sounds so weird to me. Shoot open RC2 and giant dancing speedo dudes. Yeah, but only if their bulge is sufficiently large and visible. Okay, this is boring. How about Haunted Heist mode? This speedo is yellow. Oh, sorry, they couldn't reach the toilet in time. Okay, it just moved a little bit when at the start, but other than that, it didn't do a lot. Yeah, for equality, skimpy women and men. Oh, it just goes for a very short bit when you also hear the horror noise. And then it just does nothing for a while. Did you know that there's a comic in which Superman gets a super boner after being exposed to pink kryptonite that made him gay? Yeah, it's my favorite... it's my favorite story of him. I absolutely love it. I have the nude version, which is fantastic. Okay, this one's also kind of boring. How about limb-powered launch? Let's just see what happens. Jump scare ride. Yeah, kind of. Could you make a coaster in which people get sick? Like I was this weekend. Well, first of all, I hope you're better now. Second off, kind of already have that. Just wait a minute. Any second. There we go. That'll kill you. Okay, this doesn't do a lot. How about forward rotation? It's just a Ferris wheel one. Is it me or does it cycle through the sprites quite a bit quicker? Oh, we have a lot of train sprites. Lot more different sprites. Interesting. I suppose, because what's happening, of course, a Ferris wheel is fully rotating, right? And you can see it starting to rotate, but then when it reaches the end of the swing, it reaches the end of the sprites, it tries to continue loading sprites that aren't there. Because it's trying to rotate further, and then it's loading all kind of different sprites. Which are where otherwise the next sprites in the rotation would be. That's my theory, at least. You know what? This is good enough. Now, you can also do interesting things with the spacer rings. So let's give that a shot. If we do film thrill riders. Okay, you know, one tile of queue line might be useful. There we go. Okay, this doesn't do a whole lot. Let's get an ultra extreme Woody. Alright, in a minute. Because first I'm gonna see what interesting things we can guess here. Okay, let's just go intense mode. What happens? Doesn't seem very intense to me. Seems kind of boring to me. Seems kind of standard to me. Okay, swinging ship mode. Or how about rotation mode? Number of rotations, 16, baby. Aren't there a lot more sprites with the Ferris wheel? And don't they change faster? Would make sense that the sprites change faster. Yeah, kind of does. Oh! What? I don't know what I expected, but this is hilarious. Just a dino swinging still. I was like, is this Zoo Tycoon? And then you got the Dragonfly from the Dragonfly Mini-Sus coaster. Yeah, the guests just become a dinosaur. Oh my god, this is amazing. Wow. Oh my god. Love this. Honestly, not that different from a time machine. I mean, it's kind of a time machine. Oh yeah, the speed of sound ride. We have a lot of rides to do. But you didn't officially request that, so we'll get to that after it. Though I will just combine the two. Because speed of sound Woody will be very extreme. And I do love myself a big extreme Woody. Let's see. Station. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this will do fine. I don't think a Woody can quite reach the speed of sound, though. But I'll get close. This one will get quite close. Also, Carrie, I can see that you're... Well, not that you're new to modding, but... Oh, hang on, this is a classic Woody. I don't want a classic Woody, I want a new modern one. Because, obviously, that was a setup from me to get you to add that. And I don't know if any of the other moderators have been playing this game, but... Sometimes I say things that are on purpose a bit edgy and out there, just to see if you guys will add it. And I don't know if Max and others have ever thought, hey, Marcel said that on purpose, so I'm not gonna add it. Often. There we go. And I don't know if you realized we were playing that game, but... Well, you probably did. But I was, like, kind of playing that game. I realized but you added it anyway, which is fair play. Oh, look. Whoa. This is cool. This is not zero clearance. This is all perfectly fine. Like, if you do this with all banked turns and stuff, this can be a nice element. Obviously, this one's going to be a little bit less extreme. I think we have big fat Woody, but not extreme. Well... This one will be absolutely monstrously massive, monstrous throbbing Woody. There you go. Okay, now it's time to go up. Okay, that's gonna give a lot of support, but it's fine because it's on the edge of the park. Although, it's not as nice. It's fine. We'll just keep it a little bit on the smaller side. Because I don't want to obscure the view, you know? So this is all the hill we're gonna get. That's still quite large. Honestly, the Woody joke is kind of played out. It's such an easy joke to make. But then again, it's kind of funny because it's funny. It's kind of like with the number 69. Whenever I see 69 and I say like nice or I have a little snicker, it's not that I think haha sex, it's just that I think haha 69. 69 has become kind of a self-aware meme. It's funny because it's funny. And now that we have a funny number, we don't really need another one. I mean, you kind of got 420 a little bit, but 69 is kind of the standard funny number. Yeah, it's gone meta. Which is interesting. Also, did any of you watch the speed skating this weekend, including today? Because I obviously did. And it was amazing. We had new track records. We had fantastic times by Patrick Roost and Irene Schouten. And several others, like Connor Howe, a Canadian. So if there's any Canadians here, one of you won the 1500 meters. Which was not all that unsurprising. Although everyone expected Jordan Stoltz to win, and an American, and he disappointed. He's only 18, you know, he's very young, so that'll happen. The pressure got a little bit too big for him. Tatjan Bloemen is half Dutch. I mean, yeah, technically, you know, he was born and raised in the Netherlands. I don't know about born, but definitely raised, and skated for the Netherlands for quite a while. But he has a double passport because he's Canadian. His father is Canadian, and so in 2014 he moved to Canada, became a proper Canadian, and you know, trains with the Canadian team, skates the Canadian national championships. You know, does everything Canadian. So he's a proper Canadian. He's not like Bram Smallebroek, who was a Dutch skater who skated for Austria and was able to skate all the championships because Austria doesn't have any good male speed skaters. At least at the time. So he was naturally the best. That's not what Tatjan Bloemen did. Because he actually became the best of the world after moving to Canada. Like, you can say he's Dutch and all, but when he moved to Canada, he suddenly became a lot better. So it's not the Netherlands that made him good. Well, I mean, the Netherlands did the first little bit, but it's not the Netherlands that made him skate world records. Does he say sorry a lot? I don't know. You'd have to ask him. The Netherlands only hindered him. Well, the culture of the Netherlands probably did help him develop, you know, his speed skating skills as a kid. Obviously, that's possible in Canada too, but in the Netherlands, there's a very big speed skating culture and lots of ice clubs everywhere. So that probably definitely helped. But his transformation after going to Canada, and also the transformation of the rest of the Canadian team, was quite something. Hey, we have the park with the best staff. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah, this is a nice, long, thick woody. Okay, time for some loops. And then it's time to go back to the station. Who likes soccer? I don't care about soccer. But I know that the World Championships has started. Wasn't it Qatar against Ecuador? I saw it on Reddit that apparently the Qatari team was losing by halftime. And not all the fans, but a lot of the fans left. Which of course doesn't help them perform. So presumably it went even worse after that. Now, the speed of sound thing, we're not quite gonna get there. But we're gonna get close. Because of that. Whoops. There. Yep. Okay, I don't want rain right now, thank you. If you're epileptic or, you know, get seizures or whatever, now is the time to just look away for a little. Not quite yet. I'm gonna color it first, but I'm gonna test it in a minute. And oh, nice. And you know, I'm gonna test it now. And it's gonna be moving quick and stuff. So look away now. Well, that was quick. And we're done. Whoops. That's lovely. The station is long enough for it to not overshoot it, but it does slightly overshoot it. Do you see? It's ever so slightly overshoots the station, and eventually it will probably... I think it gets a little bit further every time. So I think eventually it will overshoot it. Well, looks like I was right. I kind of don't want it to overshoot it. So I'm going to delete 2 of the loopings. And put in some brakes. Just so that it doesn't overshoot it. These shouldn't stop it, but it should be enough to help. Nah, it still happens. Okay, you know what? I'm going to brake some more. And we're gonna go that way. Maybe the train needs a little bit shorter. Nah, it's fine. We're just gonna put in some more brakes. Okay, now it should be fine. $800? It's still going 800, but I think that's fine. Is it overshooting? No, it's not overshooting. Good. You set the brake to 100 kilometers per hour. It's still going 800 by the end of the brakes. It's still slightly... Let's see, will it overshoot? Maybe. I think I'm gonna make the brakes a tad longer still. And now, not a water splash. Although a water splash might help. Yeah, you know what? We don't have a water splash yet. Let's just add a water splash. Oh, we don't have an on the right photo yet either. And then some brakes there. Some brakes there. Okay, let's see how it does now. What's the speed when it reaches the station? Okay, yeah, this is fine. This is easily fine. Okay, that's what I wanted. I just wanted to make sure it doesn't overshoot. Because if it overshoots, it takes forever to get around again. And, you know, that leads us to kill fewer people. Also, thank you for the follow, Brother Bolt. And I promise you, this one will be ultra extreme. We still have $1 billion. Yeah, we're losing about 200k a month, slightly less. And 200k a month is 1.6 million a year. So that's about 600 years. Yeah, boycott said you're against it, but I don't really care, so I'm not boycotting the football or the soccer World Cup, because there's nothing for me to boycott. Like, I'm not gonna watch even harder, although to be honest, if the Netherlands gets to the finale, I'm probably gonna watch at least a little bit, but I probably won't watch the entire match, because I still don't care enough for that. I now just have a good excuse to watch it. Like, why do you need an excuse? I don't watch it and nobody bothers me about it. Okay, we have 93 intensity. How does the Woody have a high excitement rating? Because things like average speed and maximum speed also contribute to the excitement and to the positive Gs. And they don't have a cap. It's not like you don't get anything for above 5 positive Gs. Positive Gs don't have a cap. You don't want too many because they also give intensity and, well, once you have over 10 intensity, your excitement gets penalized. But we are way past the last penalty, which you get at, I believe, 14.5 intensity. 14.5. We are 79 above that. So... yeah, And after that, you just counts to the excitement again. Any other games that aged as well as RCT? I would say Zoo Tycoon. I recently played through Super Mario Bros. DS again, which, in my opinion, aged. It's 2005, so it's a little bit newer. I believe it's 2005, might be 2003. I'm not sure, but you know, it aged very well, and it's almost the same age. Let's see, what other old games are there? Need for Speed Most Wanted aged really well, probably not as well. It's Need for Speed Most Wanted isn't a game that you put thousands of hours in anyway, which you can do with these kinds of roller coaster tycoon games. Super Mario World, is that old? Like, I don't know which Mario games are old and which aren't by just the titles. I know some. Oh, it's the SNES game. That's pretty damn old then. Okay. Let's see, what did I see? There was a suggestion. Oh yeah, make a dinky flight with wooden coaster trains. There we go. Sims 3 isn't that old. Isn't that from like 2005 or something? I don't know. I never played The Sims. Someone said Age of Empires 2. That's true. But if you play, you know, with Definitive Edition, that's not aged well, because it hasn't aged. Because Definitive Edition came out in 2020 or 2019. Sure, it's based on the old game, but it has so many changes since then that you can hardly call it the same game. Now, we do need to prevent the trains from flying off this. Same goes with Minecraft. Like, Minecraft, obviously, it debuted in 2009 and was properly released out of beta in 2011. But the current game hasn't aged from 2011, because a lot of things are just much newer than that. I still believe Minecraft to be the greatest game of all time, by the way. Like, in terms of variety, and I think Minecraft is the first game to do that kind of ultimate exploration where you can just, you know, destroy the entire landscape and build whatever you want with all kinds of different blocks. I think Minecraft is the first one to do it well, at least in 3D, and the extra dimension just does add a lot. And since it's the first one to do it well, it kind of cornered the market and got everyone on board. So now it's very difficult for other games to get into that. Because Minecraft is already doing it so well. Do water slides crash if they're not using the standard dinghies? I think so. I have tested this at some point, but I've forgotten. So let's test it by using that hill. Just need to make sure it still goes fast enough there. And then we'll go down again. Oh, I need to be on the other side. Oh, well, then we'll just go that way. And that way. And then we'll go like that. And then like that. And then, yep. Ass band. Totally efficient entrance building. Okay, articulated trains. Where are you? There you are. 1 car per train. Now we're gonna do 8. And we're gonna have 3 boats. Okay, let's do it slightly faster. 16. Yeah, this looks totally normal. Okay, let's see. Will they crash in that one hill? No, they won't. They don't even go from side to side. I mean, it doesn't have sprites for that, I think, so... Still a funny ride, though. Let's give it some interesting colors. Oh, that's sharp. Harsh. It's kind of a standard dinghy slide coloration. Yeah, this looks fine. How many guests do we have? Only 993. How many guests have been killed by the lift? 576. That's not as many as I expected. Oh, what are the stats on this? It had 204 guests. It's got 19 intensity. Yeah, it does go quite fast, doesn't it? It still takes 3 minutes to complete. Death mace kill count. Oh, that could be quite high. Yeah. Yeah, 2500. And let's increase this a little bit. Although I don't suppose... I mean, I know even if the guests are walking through the entrance as fast as possible, you can only get about 40 people at max in the maze at the same time. So doing the 55 is entirely useless. Save all the rides of Fiasco Forest is pre-built and important. These rides are much better at being a Fiasco Forest-esque ride. Those rides are useless. I wonder, what are the stats of this? Okay, apart from the laterals, it's mostly fine. Yeah, we need some more guests. I think that's enough. Marcel, what did you do? Nothing. Nothing. I swear I did do nothing. This is a perfectly normal frame rate. Let's get out of here so that it goes a little bit faster. Didn't you trap people on Foot Island? No, they're not trapped there. They can leave. Well, trapped one guest behind it. Bench guy. How many guests is this? Okay, we're at 30k almost. There we go, 30k. Almost 40k. Okay, we have almost 40,000 guests. And I need to fire the staff. Well, this is gonna take a while. Because we have a little bit of lag. I'm not sure the game will survive this. Oh, the game will absolutely survive anything. I have managed to crash the game by lagging it once. Quite a few years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago or something. I managed to crash the game by lagging it. But there was a specific exploit with drawing engines and stuff. I had the game like draw a certain thing that was difficult to draw a lot of times in small windows from rides. So that was difficult for the game. And then I also spawned in a lot of guests and I did a lot of other stuff. But that's a lot more extreme than this. Well, these are all our guests. You can very nicely see which path tiles the guests are using here and which they are not. Okay, hang on. Explode. Explode. If you have sensitive ears, you might want to turn the volume down for a little bit. This is, I think, gonna be loud. Well, yeah. That is very loud. That's amazing. It's gonna continue for a while, but at this zoom level, it's a lot quieter. It looks to be mostly done now. Yeah. Oh, there's still a few here and there, but we're mostly done. Well, that exploded about 30,000 guests. All dead. All gone. Rotterdam 1941 colorized. This is much better than the film The Bombardment that they made. Or Het Bombardement. Because it was a Dutch film. With Jan Smit as main character. Oh, hi, there's this coaster going. What a lovely sound. Spelled Jan Smit. No, that's the German spelling. It's spelled like this. We don't need all those extra letters. Isn't Jan Smit a talentless singer? As far as I know, he's pretty good singer. I don't really care about him or his music, but he sang at the departure of Sven Kramer and Irene Wust, and it was pretty good. Okay, let's build a ride. Do we have any suggestions? Did the bench guy survive the explosions? Yes. Surprisingly. Get the park rating to 999. Alright, there you go. Build the Marcel. I don't believe I have the Marcel saved. Do I? No, I don't. I know it's from a twist and I don't have it saved. Guests are complaining about the length of your queues. I'll stop complaining. Oh, they can't afford all this stuff. Oh, because it's 108 bucks. No one's been on this yet because no one can afford it. That's because the intensity also contributes and it just makes it the maximum. You know what, I'm just gonna turn over money. Then guests can at least afford it. Just put down some cash machines. That won't work. Because they won't get extra cash if they're not poor enough. And they will only withdraw 50 at a time. But now you lost the advertisements. I think they're still going. Yeah. They're clearly still going. I like how there's a few guests spawning on one side and everyone leaving on the other side. That's gonna continue for a while. Lots of people returning from Foot Island. Also, we can do staff again. Hell yeah! I want lots of entertainers. Oh, now you make it so we can afford it after you drove us to bankruptcy. Yeah, basically. IKEA Delft today. Why? What happened at the IKEA in Delft? Or IKEA, if we're properly pronouncing things the English way. Do you think we have enough entertainers? I'm not so sure. I'm gonna have to fire these all again at some point. Let's see, let's stop at 3,000. 3,001, that's a nice number. Okay, we need a few handymen. Okay, that's enough. We don't need any mechanics, but let's do 30 anyway. And a few security guards. Huh. We don't have... Where are all the 2,000 entertainers? It seems like you would think they would be filling out the space more. You know, there being 2,000 of them. Are they, wait, are they all underground? Looks like there are a lot of them there. Hang on. Yeah, why are there so many there? Like, there's no, almost none here, and then suddenly a lot here. Some are on Bench Guy's Island. Well, he finally has some company then, doesn't he? Only a few, though. There we go. Now he's alone again. Maybe a handyman spawned on the island and now their puke is gone. I still... Well, it's not puke that I see there, I think. You can't see it well. But I think this... No, it doesn't remove it. It's still there. That's not puke. The puke got clean... No, the puke's still there. Never mind. It's also some kind of litter. Let's see. What did he buy? We can't see what food he's gone to. Unfortunately. Leaving the park. Yeah, too bad. That's not gonna happen, mate. Lonesome Leslie. Now, he's bench guy. He likes being on his own. Okay, let's build a ride. Ideas. For a ride. Build a train track, but use boats instead of as vehicles. Twister as cars. Benching Bob. What? Oh, thank you for the 7 months. A33 Maxi. Or Ass Maxi. Did you mean it to mean Ass Maxi? I don't know. Let's go with the train track. I think that's the most interesting one. Oh, we have this design, whatever that is. How about building a few transport rides for the bench guy, but he has the exit on his island again? Oh, free transport ride. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll give him the free transport ride, which just exits onto his island again. Exactly like you said. That's so cruel. You can just go around and around. Oh, I love it. Okay, you know what? Let's do this slightly differently. I want to have a little bit more space so that we can see him better. So we can see him suffer more. So... Yeah, so now there's... Now let's do 2 tiles. 1, 2, and then... Like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You spin me right round, baby, round like a record, baby, right round, round, round. Yeah, that reminds me of a certain site. Don't know if it reminds anyone else of a certain site, but it does remind me of a certain website. If you don't know, you don't need to know. Okay, let's start with building immediately one of those. And one of those. Oh. That's a lot of trains. Oh, you can't do launch mode with multiple stations, so it's not gonna go fast. What about... Okay, we can do... Ooh, that's a lot of things. How about a roto drop? Let's see, what shall we do? What shall we do? Swan boats. Yeah, why not? I don't see... Hang on. I think I need to zoom out to be able to... There we go, there's the last column. I wasn't able to see it because the scaling factor was too big. Okay, you may go on it, it's free. He's not going on it, which is probably because the stats aren't in yet. Let's not link to the website, Kenge. I see you added the permitted term of the website. Let's not do that. Ah, there we go, he's in line. But he can't go on it. Because these are for pairs. Because, you know, it is a pornographic website. And I would like to, you know, not be banned. We need something that's for one person only. So we're gonna need the sports cars. No, not the sports cars, or race cars. There we go. Can make it slightly longer. Oh, the website doesn't work anymore. Well, then we're safe anyway. A bumper boats for one. I don't know. But I think this looks quite funny too. It looks like it could work. There he goes. Bench guy is on the ride. And he's off. And he's on. Okay, so interesting thing, because as I showed in the video, guests will never ever pass up an opportunity to go on a free transport ride if it has stats and if they happen to stumble upon one. So Bench Guy will continually go on this transport ride. Oh, you meant to put it in blocked terms. Oh, that's fine. I thought you wanted to link it to show it to people. Other people can't see that, by the way, I think, because it's mod actions and stuff. Yeah, he will continually go on this ride. Because when he gets off, you know, it's right across. This man at least deserves a janitor friend. No, he doesn't. He deserves to be forever alone. Okay, well, you know what we can do? We can look at what car he gets in. Let's see if it's different every time. It should be. Okay, now it's exactly the middle one. Let's see which one he gets on next. Yeah, fourth one. He should have a slightly higher chance to go in the front or the back. That's like the 9th one or the 10th one. There are 15 in total. Yeah, he still goes on it. You know what? Screw rain. Okay, I didn't pay attention. He's now somewhat in the back. Whoops. He's now right there. Can also put the seats a different color. Yeah, but you know, I'm already done looking at this. It gets boring if we look at it. Oh, name a ride of your choice. I missed that. Name the railroad meat spin. I mean, it does spin around some meat. Also, if you really want to know what it was, you can probably find some video of it somewhere. Obviously not on YouTube. But, you know, on some other websites, you can find it. But I have warned you, it is very much 18 plus. So if you are under 18, you're probably gonna be fine. But you shouldn't go on it, because I shouldn't encourage that. If you don't know what it is, you are too young to see it. Oh, I mean, there are lots of people my age that don't know what it is, because they never happened upon it. That's absolutely fine. I had something... Oh yeah, I was gonna mess around with the Peep editor. Because you know what we can do? Bam. Now they're all wearing red. What's worse, meat spin of two girls, one cup? I don't really want to go into that discussions like that. Obviously the second one, but still. Let's move away from there. And let's make all our guests nude. Nude in a maze. Oh, hang on, they also need no trousers. And then, well, they don't really have any balloons. Well, they do now. Whee! I can't give them hats, unfortunately. We don't sell hats and umbrellas. We have a lot of other ones. Like, now they're all littering. Look at all the handymen. You can see the handymen all... Look at them all sweeping. They're gonna have to do a lot of work. Now they're all leaving the park. If we look at actions, leaving the park, let's not do that. Hey, now they're all slow. Are we now tracking all of the guests? Oh my god, these messages will be never ending. Oh, they're only leaving. It's only about leaving. Pizza! Everyone has pizza! Hang on, do we get the thought I already have pizza a lot of times now? I haven't finished my pizza yet. 44, 45. 50. The litter here is really bad. Yeah, let's get rid of the litter. Make photos. Now they're all making photos. You know what? We have a little bit too many entertainers for us to enjoy this. So let's fire a few. Takes a while. Well, we've already fired almost 1,000. If only I could fire people like that in real life this fast. I mean, Elon Musk is definitely trying. But I don't... Well, no one works for me, so that's not really gonna work. We're at 1,000. You can fire me, but I don't want to fire you. And 1 is enough. Look at that, they're all making photos. Ooh, now they all look like mechanics. If I make them wear black, and also black this, they sort of look like security guards, not entirely. I can also make them think, and here we are. Or is that an action? I don't know. But, let's see. Wave. Now they're all waving. Look at that. And some are still making photos. Ice cream for everyone! And now suddenly not. Ice cream, pizza, joy! They're all jumping. Angry. What if I just do... whoops. No, let's not do that one either. We don't need that one. What if I just do all of these? Oh, they're all painting. Look at that. They're all painting, which I suppose is the... Oh, it's the paint one, obviously. I didn't see that. They're all being Simon Foster. The handymen are all continuously... sweeping everywhere. Balloons! Umbrellas! They're not showing their balloons because they're always doing other stuff. They're not really getting anywhere. Everyone's painting. Oh, look at that litter! There's litter absolutely everywhere. Thoughts. Wow! Wow! And here we are on Dingy Slide 1. Wow! I want to get off Wooden Coaster 1. Why can't you get off? Hang on. What's the problem with Wooden Roller Coaster 1? Oh. It suddenly goes, and everyone gets off. And they all immediately jump of joy constantly and have their ice cream. It's already going again, and they're still jumping. Look at that. They're just continuously jumping with joy. Absolutely everywhere. Yeah, they're so happy. Guest 58,373 thinking, wow, I feel sick. Hey! Did I lose stamina doing this? I don't know. But this guy's very thirsty and hungry. But oh, he's in a maze. Well, he does need to use the toilet, so he's on the right way. This bench guy also jumping. Where's bench guy? Did he explode? I think he exploded when I very shortly did explode. Unfortunately. Okay, we need a new bench guy. You are the new bench guy. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. He's alive. He is alive. He is alive. He's just jumping forever in the exit building. Walking very slowly. But he is alive. We need to wait for guest 41,699 to exit before we can remove him. But bench guy is still alive. But he's making like no progress towards the entrance again. That's amazing. This is because the animations are playing out so slowly because he has like no energy at all. He soon will probably... Oh, there you go. There's the waving. He'll probably start to paint as well randomly. Oh my god, this was the greatest plot twist of all time. Bench guy is alive. We need to drown guest 41,699. Also, thank you for the follow-up bounce. 8888. Okay, it takes a while for him to get off too, because he jumps a few times as well. Okay, there you go. Bye-bye. Hey, he's in the queue line again. That was amazing. New challenge. Beat the map where all guests are like this. Rollercoaster Tycoon 2, but the guests are waving, painting, and jumping all the time. That's a fun challenge. Is bench guy still going home? But he's constantly going on the rides, isn't he? It also takes forever for him to board. He didn't board in time and had to return? Wait. What do you do? Hang on. Oh, he's suddenly on the ride. Oh. I saw him walk back there, but he suddenly... Oh, that's because... Oh, that's because of the way they board when the trains, when the cars are outside the station. That was intentional, because, you know, the car was slightly that way, so then they walk that way, and then they glitch onto the ride. That's how that works. Just looked a bit weird. Okay, here we can see how long it takes him to exit the ride. This is at times 8 speed. He walked a long time there. Yeah, but this takes forever. Enter suffering. No! Definitely not. Never. Yeah, we haven't had a good crash yet. You know how we can crash the game? First I should save, by the way. Cursed Park. NOV 2022. I think I might know a good way to crash the game. Whoops. Just to show you how fast we're building these. There we go. Eventually lag will increase a lot. Well, not really eventually, because it's already happening. And this might eventually crash the game. And then we have our good crash. That's what you wanted, right, Carrie? Too many draw calls. Yeah, you know, the reason I'm using this cube is because it's also transparent. And it has to draw the gas behind it and stuff, and that adds a lot. Also, what's up, Mighty Matt? Long time no see, how you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. I had a great weekend. Hope you're doing well too. I like that we periodically get a bunch of clicks. Okay, I've stopped the auto-clicker, but it might still be going on for a while. No, it seems to have worked. Okay, time to move away. I'm already pressing the arrow key. It just takes a while for it to kick in. There we go. We are moving. Did you save the park? Yes, but this won't crash it. We'll be fine. And then suddenly we're fine. It's like, if it doesn't have to be drawn, no problem whatsoever. But look at this, look at this. We're moving towards it, we're moving towards it, we're moving toward... And everything's screwed. Move away from it, we're fine. It's really... Just... This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Okay, let's see how much money this costs us. If we can see one tiny slither of it now and we're still fine. We get 28,000 back when we remove it. Yeah, that was basically the cube of lag. Alright, time to build another ride. Yeah, Benchka probably takes a year to re-enter the ride again now. Basically, yeah. But why the animatronic ladies? Because they're sexy as hell. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Aren't you turned on? Log flume with a monorail. Oh, that's interesting. We put some reverses on it. Oh, hello. Such pixels. Yeah, you know, I like my breasts to consist of only 12 pixels. That's my favorite kind of breasts. I like my ladies to be made out of a bit more pixels. Yeah, 10 is fine. Absolutely fine. Wait, we already have a photo section. I meant to put a reverser there, but that's fine. Also, hey, look at that. They use different supports. Because I suppose... Maybe... Yeah, why actually? That's odd. I was like, maybe no such sprite exists with that kind of support. But I believe the vertical coaster has that kind of support. And the vertical coaster has a photo section. Right? That's odd. By the way, we do have some sexy male scenery items as well. They're also large. So, you know, if they are blessed, well, I don't really like to use the term blessed. If they, you know, if they are on the larger side, their unit might be roughly the same size as a guest. Well, no, then they have to be really large. The senior items are not that big. No, that's not quite true. And we'll do those. This looks really weird. The small fences, small queue-line fences with the flower power paint. Monorail. Let's do the retro ones. Retro. There we go. Retro. I was gonna look at something. Oh yeah, right. The scenery items. The sexy scenery items. I mean, look at this. Isn't that hot? That's basically Elvis. And we have a groovy dancer, baby. And a saxophonist. Oh, but he's not moving. That's boring. And we have a cool dude. What happens if you place loads of these? Oh, we have a guitar player. I think these should all have the same animation, so you're not gonna... Yeah, you're not gonna see like loads of different ones in different... like in different animation positions. It's like how you build the worst rides in the park with the entrance and the log flume. This is on the first station piece because throughput. Yeah, but it doesn't help because throughput, because the train is long. Also, lol. Look at that. It's not quite. Yeah, their animation timing is based on which tile they are. That's indeed how it works. That's why you get the weird wavy things if you place a lot next to each other. Wait a minute, it's not making it? How is it not making it? It's a log flume. What? Hang on. Let's reset. Why does it make it the first time, but... not the second time? How does that work? Like... it traveled at 3 kilometers per hour, right? It should keep traveling at that speed. Even the next time. But, you know, let's have it do it all transformer stuff and whatever. Like, why doesn't it work? Is it... oh, it's still arriving at station? I don't get it. Why? Yeah, but it's still arriving at station because it left and went back. Because it has no first train that pulls it up. Oh, probably. You know what? I'll just make only one. And I'll just freaking launch it. 82 should be fast enough. Easily. There we go. This is a very weird ride now. Oh, it might not make that one. Well, oh, it's still stuck. This looks so weird. Okay, you know, I have a better idea. You know this one? Allow chain... no, not that one. That one. Allow chain lift everywhere. We'll just do chain lift everywhere. Well, on the way up. That way, it can't fail. And there. And that one. Also, it doesn't really need to be launched anymore. Let's just launch it at 14. Okay, let's see if we make it go around a few times. Yeah, the gap gets bigger and bigger. Does it? I think it doesn't actually. And I think the gap... wait, it's arriving at station? How? How is this arriving at station? It just never stops arriving at station when it leaves. Is that because it's long? Is that because the gap is longer than the length of the station? Like, my theory is that, like, it's for a very little bit. The front one has left the station, and the last one hasn't entered it yet. And as soon as the last one enters the station, we get that one. We get the arriving at station. Like, you see, traveling at 14 kilometers per hour, and then now arriving at station. Lol. It's not really a problem. It still works. Oh, it doesn't actually work fine because the gap doesn't increase. Let's see if the... What are they called? Streamlined monorail trains? Yes. Let's see if they behave more interestingly. Okay, yeah, we're getting a gap there, which was to be expected. Well, let's see, does the gap increase? Okay, it's already increased a bit. If you think about it, aren't we just all arriving at station? Now that gets deep, my friend. No, it doesn't increase after the first time. I do believe, though, that for the... Which one is more interesting is the... American... Well, it doesn't have to be the American style steam trains, but steam trains in general. I believe this gap does get continuously bigger. Also, look at that. Just locomotives all around, baby. Have you ever gotten on that? This gap should get slightly bigger every time. It's amazing. It's interesting that they don't turn back into the other ones. That's right, has terrible CO2 value. Speaking of CO2, I saw an article on the NOS today. Just basically, you know, our BBC. And that was about comparing public transport to using your car to get about. And, well, part of the analysis was that basically your car is much more polluting in pretty much every way. You know, nitrogen, CO2, all that kind of stuff. But it's also that it's also more efficient in most ways. Not everywhere, especially the big cities, the Randstad, Rotterdam, Amsterdam, The Hague, that kind of stuff. It doesn't have to be. But yeah, you know, the Netherlands has amazing public transport compared to most of the world, which is true. Yet, for example, I live in Groningen right now. This is Groningen city, not, well, also the province, but you know, I live in the city. If I happened to work at the primary school in Ten Boer, which is about 10, 12 kilometers that way. You can't see which way I'm pointing, but that way. It would take me 17 minutes by car. It would take me an hour by public transport. And I already live in a big city, and there's pretty much a direct bus. But yeah, that bus doesn't depart from exactly where I live, so I have to get to the station. And then I have to... you know, that bus might also not arrive exactly when I need it to. And I have to walk a bit also from the bus then to the primary school. A more extreme example is me going from my childhood home in a village called Ruinen to my granddad, where he lived back then, in Emmen. Which is about 35-40 minutes by car. You know, we made the trip many times. Oh, right, they can't... We need to turn off money. If you want to do it by public transport, it takes 2.5 hours. Oh, and if you want to go back from Emmen to Ruinen after 9 PM, at least from his house, with public transport, nope, not gonna happen. It's pretty easy to use public transport when your entire country is one big city. If you mean the Netherlands, I'm basically right now shitting on our public transport system and infrastructure. Because, yeah, it's good compared to your average country. Partly because we're so densely populated. But it's still, in most places, it's still basically impossible to rely on it for everyday use. And they've been cutting it a lot. Which is not good, obviously. Ah, look at that. Perfectly normal topspin. Where is Ruinen? It's in Drenthe. Look it up. It's a small village. I lived on Zwederaweg 96. If you want to go there, we don't live there anymore. The people who moved in there after us don't live there anymore because they've moved out already. So, imagine just next weekend, 100 people standing there. This is where Marcel Vos once lived. Ruinerwold. No, that's about 10 kilometers that way. I cycle through Ruinerwold every day to get to school in Meppel. From the middle of nowhere to the middle of nowhere. What do you mean, to the middle of nowhere? Emmen is a city with 100,000 people. That's not the middle of nowhere, that's a big city. Like, that should have proper public transport. I mean, it does have a train station and quite a few bus connections. It's mostly Ruinen that's the problem. But lots of people live in those kind of small villages. So obviously, for those people... Because Ruinen has like 3,000 residents. For those people, public transport is never going to be an option. I mean, they say never going to be an option. Public transport, even from Ruinen, works perfectly fine if you're going on a day trip somewhere or whatever. But for consistent use, especially if you need it to be frequent and reliable, that's not going to work. Thank you for the sub, Tommy Gorlami. Oh, and for the 22 months a while ago, well, 5 minutes, Crazy Baboon. And we also got the geography question, which I haven't seen yet. Let's see. Crazy Boy. Oh, where is Ruinen? Oh, I did answer that. Yeah, it's in Drenthe. It's the same as saying Assen is a major city. I mean, for the north, it kind of is. It's, I think, maybe the 4th city after Groningen, Leeuwarden and Emmen, the 4th largest. But Assen is much more central than Emmen. Obviously, a city like Assen should have good public transport links, which it does. What's your favorite drink? Water. Monorail trains on Lockdown. We just saw monorail trains on Lockdown, by the way, Crazy Baboon. It's not that interesting. So what shall we build? Oh, we only have 1,000 guests. Let's spawn in a few. Also, what are the plans? Have you ever tried the Dr. Pepper? Yes, once. I believe on one of my friend's 18th birthdays. Or at least at my friend's place. I don't know if it was his birthday. And it was absolutely god-awful. Giga coaster with a 2-story rotating observation deck. Can you do a ride with a high nausea but normal intensity? I find that one interesting. That's really interesting. And we can definitely do that. Yeah, let's build it here. Drink some water. You should too. And I mean that, because I only drink water, basically. Like, my diet is not the healthiest, definitely not. But that's not because I drink lots of sugary drinks, because I don't. Like, the last time I drank anything other than water in my own house is, well, at least a month ago. So yeah, I basically only drink water. Okay, so how are we going to make this very high nausea while keeping the intensity rate normal? Well, you're seeing the answer right before your eyes. Okay, let's get rid of zero clearance. It's basically going to be lots of helixes. Starts with the letter A first on the list. I don't know what the first alphabetical possible name is. It's gotta start with the A, so I don't know. Anna, Abel, Aaron with 2 A's. Let's see. show guest numbers of... Where's that one? Ah, Aaron. It is. Aaron B. Oh, he's already going to drown. Wow. Well, I'll let him drown almost, and then I'm going to pick him up and drown him again. There we go. Now you're mine, and you're gonna drown again. That's amazing. Yeah, I need to turn that... I kept the options open so that I could immediately turn it back off. And then I forgot before closing the options. Aaron B. They sound like kind of like criminal names. I don't know how they do it in other countries, but in the Netherlands, if they're talking about criminals, they only use the first name and the first letter of the last name. So exactly like how the names are in Roller Coaster Tycoon. You know, you get like Hank S., the murderer of his wife after he saw her cheat at Monopoly or something like that. Marco B. Yeah, or Ali Bay. Imagine you're drowning and some godly force saved you, but immediately drowns you again. Yeah, if you're religious and you get actually saved by the godly force, but then you get drowned again, that's gonna make you feel weird things. Because you know you were right, but you know, it also killed you. And then a helix down. It's canon that all peeps are deeply religious and also that they have cloacas. Where did the cloaca come from? That's not canon. At least my cloaca isn't the canon. Okay, now we're going to go to one train. Oh, it can't do multiple laps. That's unfortunate. I kind of wanted to do multiple laps, but apparently the swinging sus can't do that. Well, it will still have a high nausea rating, this one. Any cloaca is a cannon if you push hard in it. Or if you put some gunpowder into it and light it at the right time. Just imagine holding a chicken, putting some gunpowder into it, then putting an egg back into it, and then using it as an egg cannon. Wouldn't that be amazing? It's called murder, and the chicken will survive. It'll be fine. It's gonna be like 8.5 nausea probably. The Executor. Oh, I imagine the Pokemon Executor being dead. Also, I'm talking about chickens, using chicken cloacas as cannons, and we're going over 200 viewers. I know what you guys like. Is that not the normal use for chickens? Apparently that's not the normal use for chickens now. Oh, 7.7 nausea, but it's still the highest of the three. I could build a much larger one, but it takes a lot of time. Okay, let's go that way and then that way, and there we go, that's a connection. Okay, what coaster type do you want me to build? Anything goes. I mean, not literally, well, any coaster type, not literally anything, of course. A right named cloaca cannon. But it's not your channel point reward. A go-kart coaster. A coast guard. A coast guard. We can definitely do that. That's going to be interesting. I saw that being mentioned earlier as well. I'm gonna build... Yeah, you know what? Let's build an intricate twister coaster design. Booster. Now the go-kart will not be able to exist on a lot of these tiles, so it will kind of teleport around, which is gonna look interesting. But it can exist on like those pieces. These not, I think. I don't understand what's weird about that quote, Kangi. Like, that's a perfectly normal thing to say, right? I wonder, you know, most of my quotes aren't longer than, say, 12 words. A lot are quite short. I wonder how many of those quotes have literally never been said by anybody. Because my cloaca isn't a canon, might just be the first time that anyone's ever said that in the history of the world, in the history of speaking. I'm sure someone has said that before. You know, maybe, but also maybe not, and that's the interesting part. It might just be that no one's ever said that before. I would hope this one's the first and the last. Why though? I've already said it twice now. And Kangi has typed it once. Which is sort of like saying it. Marcel, your quotes are pure art. I don't know who suggested the quotes. Let's be honest, it was probably Max who suggested it. But I don't know who suggested it. But it was genius. Because these quotes are fantastic. You said it out loud too. Good. Don't let the phrase die. Let our cloacas be cannons. I think that's quite profound. Okay, time to return to the station. I wish we could get a list with all the quotes. I could probably find such a list somewhere. Should I quote that too? If you think it needs to be quoted, I'm not in charge of the quotes. The only time I am in charge of the quotes is if one of you adds something that I don't want to be added. I'll tell you and you'll remove it, which I think has happened once or twice. But other than that, it's up to you. Up to the mods. Okay, now we need go-karts obviously. Okay, let's keep them fairly normal. We're gonna do 16 of them. Okay, we're gonna need a few more guests. Oh, they're not... How many guests has this one had? 4,800. And the toilet? 433. This one has killed 6,000 guests. Not bad. Dang it, can we also record the audio for an X amount of channel points to hear a quote? Hang on, they're ghost cards. And they're actually going around. Oh, because the ride isn't a go-kart. Lol. Hello Marcel and chat. Our electric has been out for a few hours. Fortunately we have unlimited hotspots and a butt ton of power banks. Well, I hope your power comes back soon. But welcome. Thank you for the bits. Oh, and thank you for the follow, Montezuma. Yeah, let's make this a proper go-kart. So we're gonna delete this. And we're gonna do a little bit of merger. So, let's get a go-kart. It's a thrill ride. There we go. Oh, right. This should be a normal straight piece. There we go. And then this should be one longer. And then we should have a normal straight piece here. S-band. Okay. That's the merge done. Track not a complete circuit. Oh, sort of. Boat higher mode. There we go. That'll work. I hope it still works as go-karts, even in boat higher mode. Nope, they're not going out all at once. That's fine though. I'll put it back in race mode. And then I'm going to trick it. I'm going to trick it into thinking it's a complete circuit. By doing that. Okay, sort of. And doing that. And then I'm going to open the ride. No, wait, that's not gonna work. I need to do that. And yes. Okay, so show tile inspector. I need to copy that one. Put it down there, rotate it twice. Okay, and then we're going to open this one. Then we're going to delete that track piece. Oh shit, I deleted the wrong one. Okay, that's fine. I need to delete that one. Then I need to copy that one. Put it down there, rotate it twice. I don't know if it needs to be on top or down below. But let's delete that one. And then... Okay, which one's it? Okay, this one's down below and that one needs to be on top. Okay, that seems to be fine. Does it work? Let's see, does it work properly? If the merge works, I'm happy. Obviously. And then I'll also remove the rest of the bits that we don't use. Yay, it works! This is ridiculous. Oops, hang on. This is absolutely ridiculous. But it works. And the last one. They're stuck. What? They're stuck in the loop. How did that happen? I didn't expect that. Are they... Hang on, are they moving ever so slightly? No, not at all. Okay, apparently they cannot do loops. Okay, that's not very interesting. Problem is, I need to bloody redo the whole tricking it. Oh, we go that way. Which is a bit annoying. Okay, let's just put it in boat hire mode. And just see if it works. Oh, it requires a station platform. It didn't have a station platform. Oh, it's Twister Coaster that we can't test. Boat hire mode. Wait, we have more than one station platform? What is happening? Okay. That was weird. Let's see if it can make this one. It's still teleporting all over the place. Okay, it just teleports past the corkscrews. Oh, but these guys are stuck. For some reason. But that might be just because we're in boat hire mode. Okay, I'm gonna try this once more. We're gonna go to race mode. And then we're gonna do the... we're gonna do this again. Okay. Then we're gonna get that one. Copy. Paste. Oh, I also need one of these. So we're gonna get that one. Copy. Paste. All the way down to the bottom. Open. And then we're gonna get that one. Oh, damn it, I removed the wrong one. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna remove that one. And I'm gonna then copy that one. Paste it. Okay, that worked, right? Let's see. Let's hope it worked. Let's get a few more guests. This should have worked at least. I think it doesn't quite work. Hang on, they're all rotated. What's going on here? Is this rotated the wrong way accidentally or something? Oh, I think the other one's rotated the wrong way. No, it's not a merge, because this is not a straight piece. That's the problem. Hang on. I need that one. I accidentally got a booster piece. That was the problem. Now it's a proper merge. Well, if I put it on the bottom it is. They're not going, obviously. Because I screwed it up. Hang on, let me... Does it work now? They're still going like that. I don't understand. Maybe I just screwed everything. Oh! Is it still in boat? Oh, it's in bumper car mode. I accidentally put it in bumper car mode. Okay, and now it's not a complete circuit. Which is because... Wait, did I just accidentally build a thing? Oh my god. One of these. 0. Which one's the station? Which track piece ID? That's 0. So I need to delete the one with track piece ID 1. That was the wrong one. Okay, let's put another station piece there. This is a lot of faffing about. As you may notice. But let's see. Okay, now it doesn't work, which is because these are not in the right order. This one Now this one needs to be on top. Oh, we have more than one station platform again. What just... Okay. I'm so close to getting this to work. I'm sorry it's taking a while. But I really want this to work. Okay, now we're back to one station platform. We only have one station platform. What the hell? Okay, you know what? Demolish. I only want one station platform. Okay, back to that. Well, first, actually, we need to build this merge. Which is rather easy. There we go. And we're gonna build that. And then we're gonna... let's see. Exit and entrance. And we're gonna get the tile inspector involved. Then we're gonna get that one. Ah, yes, that's track piece 0. Gonna do it right there. And do it on top. Then we're gonna delete the one with track piece ID 50. Okay, this should finally work now. Let's see, does it work? Takes a while for us to get enough guests to test it. It does seem to work. And they don't seem to be getting stuck. Good! Finally! That took a while. Which means I'm going to delete all these other track pieces now. Because they're in the way, they're ugly. Drink some water, I do need it, thank you. Delete those. That took a lot longer than it should have because I accidentally set it to bumper cars instead of race mode. That's what happens when you're an idiot. I'm a spoon. I'm basically mumbo jumbo. Yeah, my genius, sometimes it's frightening. What kind of stats does this have? Not yet available. Interesting. Speak has P in it. I mean, you don't spell it the same. Mumbo Jumbo, but of roller coaster. I'm not really the Mumbo Jumbo. I think Dirking's probably the El Mango of Roller Coaster Tycoon. These are pretty good stats. 659282065. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I am the Mumbo Jumbo of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Nice go-karts on the twister, yeah. It's pretty good, isn't it? Took me forever to get this to work, and it cost me 20 viewers. Although that might not be entirely correlated, of course. Let's turn off zero clearance. You don't want it on by default. It can cause some annoying things. Are the guests still all waving and jumping all the time? They don't seem to be. Where's... Is he on the right? Where's Bench? Oh, he is still waving and jumping. Oh, the other guests are new ones, so they never got set that with that flag. But this guy is still here. There's a lot of litter here as well, because he constantly gets new ice cream and stuff. Because those flags are still on. Yeah, he has Curseland, Umbrella, and Rubbish, and he's continually getting rubbish. Oh, because he's littering. Littering is on. It's not of the ice cream. No, that's only once, I believe. It's the littering that's on, and he constantly gets new ones. That's amazing. Okay, let's see which stalls have created, have gotten the, and rides have gotten the most customers. Death Maze. This is the most popular one. Oh, Wooden Coaster is doing great as well. You know, with a very short ride time, it can get quite a lot of guests per hour. Obviously, it's limited now by the number of guests that are going on the ride. But if there were more, it could get a lot more per hour. There are 2 towns in the United States of America, one in Michigan, one in California, where the towns are themed, founded by Danish people and require Danish architecture to be built. What are the names of the 2 towns? I mean, that's Legoland, right? That, because it's Danish. I can't think of anything else this would be. Of Lego World or whatever it's called. I know you have like a Disneyland and a Disney World. I don't really know the difference between the 2. Yes, the only bathroom in the park is the one accessible by maze. Let's have a look at these things, by the way. Nope, it's legitimate towns with populations over 10,000 people. Then I have no idea, because I've never heard of it. That sounds interesting there. So, Wonton Soup Stall 1 has done the best, which is that one. Probably because it's the first one they encounter. Or something like that. It's on the best by far. And let's look at this. Toilets one. 600! It just ticked over to 600. Ah! You can see the guest in it! Completely nude! Oh my god. If anyone here has a voyeur fetish. I don't know what's going on, but... that guest must have been in the park for a long time, because I made them all nude a while ago. Holland, Michigan, but the second one is Solvang, California. I've never heard of those. Turn the toilet into a tree of life. Oh yeah, you can do that if you just do that and then make it... No, not copy it. Make it invisible. Turn on clearance checks. Turn off clearance checks. And we'll have a cactus of... Oh no, you can't place that in the middle. We'll have... oh no, oh no, oh no. We'll have... a lady of life. This is very inappropriate. This is... Is this okay? This is very mature humor. If only Michael Jackson was one of the options. Because it seems he... Never mind. That's not a good joke to make. I think they're no longer using the stalls for their intended purpose. Does seem like that. Wooden roller coaster one. Let's see customers. Currently it's still 4,000, but now it's going again and the number should go up. I wonder what it will reach. Like maybe 7 or 8,000, because all these guests going on it, that is a lot. Let's spawn new ones. Yeah, 6,500. Did we ever get cloaca carts? Well, we have go-karts now, which we can call cloaca carts. Yeah, I think you were oh, we beat the park. It's the end of October year 4. And we have 8,000 guests. And 999 park value. Oh, you spent your points. Oh. My apologies, I missed that. Well, then we're gonna get cloaca carts now. Cloaca cars. I think you were lurking when that happened, Max, but we talked about cloaca cannons. Just look at the most recent quote. Okay, the limit seems to be about 7,000 an hour. Because it was at 7,100 a little bit, but now at 6,000 again. There are 2 cloaca quotes. The fact that you got that one wasn't 100% guaranteed. Ooh, there's this one going. Listen to that wonderful low sound. And now it's getting higher again. But as soon as that's at the top... Hang on. It's gonna get a nice sound for a little bit. When now it's slowing down. I love that low sound. But then it underflows and you get the high sound again. Yeah, what a journey we've been on there. You know, when I go into these streams, I obviously know that sometimes interesting conversations can and will occur. And I'm all for that. But I never know what it will be about. Like, I didn't go into the stream today and was like, let's talk about some cloacas. So one of you brought that up. Because I was talking about, you know, when guests eat or drink, it probably both adds to toilet and just get merged into one need for toilet. And then one of you said cloaca, and I sort of half ignored it. Then it was brought up again. And I was like, alright, let's lean into that. Because, you know, that is a thing I think about as streamer. Because I see jokes in the chat and some I lean into and expand upon. And some I don't. And that's, as a streamer, you know, what is appropriate, what is funny, what is interesting. That's the thing I have to think about on the fly. And I hope I do it well. Look at all these guests. That white is all rubbish. Because they're continually getting rubbish. If anyone is new, you didn't see me doing that. There's this Peep editor. And we have all these flags on, which means that the guests will all continuously do all those things. Now, it only goes for guests, some of them apparently at least, that were already in the park when you did it. So if we just, you know, re-enable them. They should all start doing it. I don't really see them doing it yet. Okay, let's just disable everything. Oh, they just started painting. Okay, let's enable it again then. Where was it? Peep editor. Litter, paint, wow, here we are. Yeah, you know, why not those two as well. And one explosion. I love the Stegosaurus space rings. It's great. I am a Stegosaurus. That one, I think we did that reference last stream as well. And there's Bench Guy. He did survive the explosion. He's been on this ride 45 times. Well, no, 44, because one other guest rode it once. Name a ride of your choice. Alright, what will be the ride and what will be the name? They're not jumping as much as I thought they would. Which is interesting. Okay, let's get rid of the everything except the joy. Why do they all start? Do they all start to paint as soon as I disable it? Is it because others were overwriting it? You know what? Let's just have the paint and the joy. They're all painting. I ship bench guy with the meat spin ride. Well, they've been at it for 45 times now, so that's fine. Wait, the numerology choice was 11 minutes ago. Why did I think that one was new? Anyway. I think that's gonna be the end of the stream. We've had fun. It's a very, very cursed park. And I love it. It's a relatively small park, but it's fun, because it's cursed. How did you zoom in that far? Use OpenRTT and set this to OpenGL. Oh, and I also have a scaling factor of 2. My scaling factor of 1 is this. And this is my normal zoom level. Yeah, you guys can't, you can technically read this, but if you're on a smaller screen, or if you're at a slightly worse resolution, I only stream at 1080p. My screen's 1440p. I can zoom out this far. Wait, sorry, that was wrong. That was 1.5. This is 1. This is a scaling factor of 1. And this is normal zoom level. This is the furthest I can zoom in on the scaling factor of 1. And this is the furthest I can zoom out. But you know what's really interesting? If you, let's see, I have a micro park somewhere. I mean, I have trouble reading this. Micro park. There we go. This is scaling factor 0.5. This is the furthest I can zoom in on this scaling factor. And, can I read this? I can read that. 1.25, 0.11 and 0.02. But I have to stand up, lean forward and have my eyes about 10 centimeters away from my screen. And if I zoom out... This is the park! Look at that! Now imagine playing this, beating Micro Park like this. That's just entirely, completely impossible. What is this, a park for ants? Yeah, I might just try beating Micro Park like this. Or maybe a different park that's slightly larger, because Micro Park you can't build a lot anyway. Just for fun. Anyway, let's get back to our normal zoom level. There we go. This is zoom level 2, which or scaling factor 2, which is what I usually play on. Sometimes I have a 0.5 or 1.5, but 2 is my standard now. And 2 is nice, because it scales the best, because integers always scale the best. Because it's easier to scale integers. Now OpenRC2 does a pretty good job at scaling non-integers. Did we just get the different scenery item there? We got a big, yeah, the big castle tower. We didn't have that before. I think it changed because we built different stuff in the park. And I think that influences it. Okay, let's see if I can find someone to raid. No one who I follow is playing the game. No, not Zoo Tycoon, you bastard. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Okay, if I search like that. Let's see. Is anyone playing it? No. Roller Coaster Tycoon then? No. Alright, I'll just raid Picaspri then. He's playing some kind of Pokemon game. He's a very nice YouTuber. Nothing to do with Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like, he won't know me or anything like that. So, you're just a normal viewer there. It's some kind of Pokemon game. Might be the new ones. So, hang on, let me check. Yeah, it's Pokemon Scarlet. So, if you don't want to be spoiled. Anyway, have fun. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.